TV. We're here at our headquarters to show you where all the magic happens, as we aim to challenge the student diet and take the chore out of cooking. If you want to know more about what we get up to, check us out online at www.sortedstudents.com.
Over the next few online webisodes, we'll be showing you every aspect of student life, from the very first steps to catering for yourself, studying, and of course balancing it all out with plenty of banterful party nights.
Today we'll be taking you through those first university steps. We'll be cooking up the ideal university student supper and sharing with you some of those mistakes that we made as freshers. But before all that, over to our Sorted crew filming out on location.
The Sorted crew are here at one of IQ's nationwide accommodation schemes to dish out tips and tricks on making your first week at uni one to remember, and for the right reasons.
Make sure you put your things into boxes. It makes it far easier to transport and you're less likely to lose anything.
Packing with a friend makes things much easier.
If you want to make a good first impression, bring a doorstop or make people feel welcome. Sorted!
When you arrive at university, make sure you register with your local GP. Your first week is prime time for getting ill, especially with freshers food.
Notify your banks and mobile phone companies to let them know you've changed your address. Most also have places where you can collect your post.
Make sure you take all your relevant paperwork with you to uni, such as your loan forms and student numbers. You're going to need these to register.
If you are using communal kitchens, to be provided with basics like a hob, an oven, fridge, and some occasions even dishwasher, but do make sure you bring your own cutlery, crockery and glassware, otherwise mother cuts you with the food off your lap.
Make sure you don't forget the basics. The things you probably take for granted at home: toilet roll, washing up liquid and washing powder.
You can bring your instruments. You will be oh so popular. Oh yeah. All right.
Okay guys, so we've just moved into university and now we're looking for the perfect excuse to get together with all your flatmates and really get some social stuff going on, okay? So I'm going to suggest a one-pot big lamb curry because you can get it all done, nice and easy at the start. Yes, it involves a little bit of prep, first of all, 10-15 minutes, but then it goes into our oven and job done after that. You just leave it there to do its own thing while you get on. So the first thing is your onion and your garlic. And this is going to be a fairly fine dice. So there's our onion done. And with that, we're going to put in garlic. Oh, we've already got the garlic chopped there, so that's going to go in. And then some fresh ginger. So, got a pan there, a little bit of oil, a couple of tablespoons. And then we're going to dump all of this into the pan to start sweating off. That and the garlic as well. So that's the ginger, the onion and the garlic. So that's the settling off, sweating off nicely, and then we've also got our spices. Now this might look like a lot and it might look quite confusing, but if you buy all these when you first move in, get a jar of each and keep them in your dry store cupboard, they'll last you all year. So it might be an initial expense, but it'll be well worth the money as it's spread out over the year. So we've got ground coriander, we've got fennel, we've got cumin, some chilli, salt, pepper, cardamom pods, some fenugreek and a cinnamon stick. Now if you've got a pestle and mortar and bits like that, that's what we probably use in something like a restaurant. I'm guessing as students we haven't got that, so we go for the loud, the noisy, quite fun alternative, which is wrapping it up in a preferably clean tea towel and then bashing the hell out of it with anything you can come to hand. A rolling pin, in this case a saucepan, and then that can all go into our pan. Perfect. Stir those out and you want to cook those spices out. So you're going to cook those for a few minutes with the onions and the garlic and the ginger at nice high heat. As that cooks off, I'll show you what else we've got, and this is lamb. Now this is leg of lamb that's been cut up. You can ask your butcher to cut it up for you. You can get it from the supermarket, whichever's easiest. The lamb itself, not very good for flash frying, but it'd be perfect when you stew it down for a long period of time in the oven. So that's going to add to our pan. The main liquid for the curry is coming from 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. Don't have to worry about any sort of expensive cut, just the cheap economy version is going to work absolutely fine for this. That's what we want as students, the cheaper options. And just because it's going to be cooking for such a long period of time, I am going to add in also just a cup or so of water, which is going to help it out in the oven. So that's pretty good there. And then the only other thing we want to add before it goes into the oven are a few fresh herbs. We add a few more fresh ones at the end as well, but I've got some mint and some coriander. So just this will help give it some extra body as it cooks. One final stir, and it really is as simple as that. You've got all your spices in there, the liquid, the meat, everything in there you want. So all you need to do now, pop the lid on, open the oven, make sure you've got plenty of room in there, and then we're going to take the lamb curry, pop it in there, close up the door, you look at about 160, 170 degrees Celsius, and leave it in there for 2.5 to 3 hours, and it's as easy as that. Lamb curry sorted style, ready.
Pull your finger out and get sorted.
Now over to Nido.
When you get to uni, you have to learn to be independent, and when I was at home, I was a little bit disorganised and untidy, and my mum cleared up most of my stuff behind me. And I learnt this lesson very quickly when I turned up to one of my first lectures, trying to make a good impression, nice and early and stuff, and thinking to myself, what's that? And I bend down, just casually, having a bit up there, straight out my trousers, yesterday's underwear, straight in the air. Very, very embarrassing. Straight in my pocket, very embarrassed for the rest of the day, and I quickly learned to look after your own clothes and to be a lot more independent.
When you go to uni, obviously you're going to go out partying, but you need to know your limits and you need to watch what you drink. In my Freshers Week, I went out with my friends, you know, new friends, you want to go and drink and whatever else. Went out, got drunk. My friend, I was already drunk by this point, bought me some more shots, and I drank it very, very quickly, started throwing up. I was then carried back by two of my new friends to my room, where I went limp. It got so bad they had to undress me and stick me on the toilet.
Cool, so the curry's been in here now for a good 2.5, 3 hours, and the last half an hour I've actually taken the lid off, so it's had time to reduce down even more. Finish with a bit of fresh coriander. I know we put some in at the start, but a little bit more at the end just really lifts the curry. Obviously we're going to serve it with some rice. Got some nice basmati rice here. And this is Sorted Crew lamb curry. Works out at £2.60 a portion. So it's really good value, much better than a takeaway. And we're going to finish that with a naan bread as well, which we've just picked up from the local supermarket. Warm those through, and there we go, lads.
Oh, yes.
Dive in.
Finally.
Okay, mate. Mind the cardamom pods.
I've got it.
It's good.
Someone's going to go off this.
This looks really good. That's really good.
So the curry seems to go down a treat there, and do try it at home. It's a really cheap way of doing it. All the details are available on our website, so check it out and give it a go.
Over my doom, man.
Well, that's pretty much it for today's webisode. I hope you've learned some good tips and tricks on how to survive at university for your first move.
And we want you to join us next time, where we're going to have loads more stuff to teach you. So if you think you've missed anything today, check us out on the website, www.sortedstudents.com. And obviously we've got the book as well, so available in all good bookshops. Catch you later.